I don't want to admit this, and you don't want to admit this, but it's on everybody's minds, including mine, but I'll be the one to say it. NXT is killing WWE. NXT has produced some fantastic matches in their lifespan. Just to name a few, we've got Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, who put on a spectacle of a match, and one of them being only 19 years of age. I'm 18, and I still can't tie my shoes properly without struggling. But is that good? Is that a good thing that NXT is basically grooming a lot of these fans to expect the same thing on the main roster? Because I've done that. I've been a victim of watching a TakeOver special and watching Aleister Black kick the teeth out of Hideo Itami and go to SummerSlam and expect something good out of two guys that don't wrestle the same. NXT is destroying the brand of WWE, even though they're doing so well. And that's the problem, is that the way NXT is booked through Triple H and through other people is not the way Raw is booked and not the way SmackDown is booked. So, in the outturn, you basically have NXT, which is a super brand. NXT has become more than WWE. It's become bigger than WWE can imagine. NXT has guys like Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Drew McIntyre, Roderick Strong. They had Bobby Roode before he got called up to the main roster. They have Asuka. They had DIY. They currently still have Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa out on injury. Think of all these names. You could name the NXT roster and highlight at least 4 good matches that they've single-handedly done. When you think of the WWE roster, you get to guys like Jason Jordan and Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. What's a great match that those guys have put on? Exactly, I Want You to Fight Me. NXT, as much as it is loved by fans, especially young kids, it's destroying the brand and destroying the foundation that WWE is, because it's breaking that idea that wrestling has to be okay. They're proving that even on NXT house show tapings and regular TV tapings, they're doing exemplary jobs. They're doing fantastic jobs. The guys in NXT have produced matches that have been talked about that Jim Ross has called. They brought Jim Ross into a pay-per-view and he was blown away by the abilities of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Did I mention Tyler Bate is 19? Did I? Guess what? He's 19. NXT is producing wrestlers, and when they go to the main roster, they're not wrestlers anymore. Something happens. The corporate suit gets glued onto the bodies of Bobby Roode and Johnny Gargano. Pretty soon, NXT needs to be its own thing. It cannot be a part of WWE anymore, because WWE and NXT are two entirely different entities that the only thing they share is a roster. The only thing they share is the ability to say, I want this guy on my roster. Think of every match you've seen with Finn Balor and NXT. Finn Balor and Samoa Joe at NXT TakeOver was fantastically fun. NXT puts on fun matches. WWE puts on a lot of boring and lethargic matches. The women's division in NXT is threateningly good, with Asuka and Ember Moon producing matches that not even main roster people can imagine. And granted, the women's division on Raw is not the worst thing I've ever seen. Take that to NXT, Asuka and Ember Moon could wipe the floor with both SmackDown and Raw's women division. If NXT doesn't separate themselves from WWE, they could fall victim to something. They could fall victim to no one wanting to watch regular WWE, which means there won't be any more NXT if people stop watching. Now, I know people aren't going to stop watching WWE, because hell, they'll always have me. This is my job. I am their slave. But if people keep watching NXT TakeOver and thinking, wow, I'm not going to watch SummerSlam for 4 hours, I can watch a 2-hour NXT show, and holy shit, I just got Adam Cole, Bobby O'Reilly, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish attacking Drew McIntyre. What year is it? Am I okay? Please pinch me. And then you go to SummerSlam and you got, well, Enzo's in a shark cage, and he's lubing himself up. What are they doing? And a lot of people are saying, you know, if NXT can produce such great matches, why can't WWE? If WWE wanted to produce these matches, they would, which I don't know why they don't want to, if they're saving it for the big show or the big dog. I don't know. But NXT is slowly starting to kill WWE as a foundational brand. They're starting to be bigger than Raw and SmackDown. It's not just Raw and SmackDown anymore. It's Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And pretty soon, it's going to be NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Bold prediction. NXT is a lot better than Raw. NXT has character and talent and story and heart and drive and will and passion, and the soul has not been sucked out of those wrestlers yet. The commentary team in NXT has not had the corporate soullessness of Sonic Chicken plagued upon them for the rest of their eternity. Look at Michael Cole, tell me he's not a sad person. He's very sad. But when you give commentators this ability to just call fun matches, it makes it believable. A lot of these matches are fun because the commentators are enjoying it, because the commentators enjoy what they're watching. And the fans enjoy what they're watching. That's why the fans are loud and they're cheering and they're having fun and they're enjoying the matches. NXT is producing family-friendly hard wrestling. It doesn't have to be hardcore. They've worked safe, amazing matches. Guys like Bobby Roode, who are known to be safe workers, have put on amazing matches down there. It's not hardcore slapstick television. It's not cheesy, over-the-top bull television. It's exciting, hard-hitting, hard impact, enjoyable, athletic, and safe wrestling. Everything that WWE would pride itself on not being. NXT needs to separate itself. NXT, I guarantee you, before its time is over, will become a household name, not just as, oh, it's WWE's independent, but it'll be a show through WWE. Well, that's it for my hot take this week, ladies and gentlemen. I have been Nick. You can find me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. And be sure to tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, or you can tell me on Twitter. Tell me how I'm wrong. Please do. I love that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week, and I will talk to you guys in the future. Bye-bye now.